Right. So we've got to the point where you had no intention of building this as a business. You were inspired by the calls and this new information about heavy metal chelation, um, and just how toxic the calls were what inspired you. You put people on the calls and you started to get ideas and also with the great rewards plan, which you must have connected the dots pretty early on. You were seeing commissions come in, and then somehow it got to, because the thing is, I think I remember me and you approaching me in online, but I think it was in June. It wasn't long after.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we got introduced by Michelle in June 2020 when we were talking about, I think it was, what was that quantum thing?
Olympic arc. It was something else.
Yeah, limbic arc. And then because you lived in the UK, I came and met you and I took you out for, I remember.
Bought me dinner.
Well, it was the 4th of July, 2020.
Yeah.
The restrictions had lifted for restaurants and pubs and stuff. And we went to Farnborough because you lived in Farnborough. I picked you up from Farnborough. We went to the shopping centre there. It was completely dead. Yep. There was nowhere open apart from this crappy Wimpy.
Yeah.
So in the end, I ended up buying you burger and chips for like £5.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to you about Clean Slate. You didn't seem that interested. We kept in touch and stuff. And then I met you again in just before Christmas 2020. No, I think you went to Portugal that year.
Correct. So you took me to dinner. I went to Portugal and then I came back in December 2020, and the 23rd of December, I remember the date for that one. Yes, you took me to you came down to where near my parents to buy me dinner again. I think we went to a better restaurant this time, an Italian one.
Yeah. Prezzo or something. And then you didn't seem that majorly interested.
No.
In the root products. You even interviewed Clayton.
Yes.
From Portugal.
Yep.
I remember that. And then I think in February I just said, look, Harry, I'm going to send you a bottle, mate.
Yeah.
Try it. and you know what? It was one of the best business moves I've ever made. Because Harry is rocking it right now, and he's helping a lot of people. I mean, the great joy is, obviously the income's great. Don't get us wrong, but it's the outcomes. Like the outcomes that we're seeing in others is addictive, and that brings, us both great joy, I think, and satisfaction. And at the end of the day, Harry, I asked, all right, align me to my purpose. Align me to what I'm supposed to be doing. And, my life has changed beyond recognition to 3 years ago in 2019, when I was standing guarding gates or giving other security guards breaks or patrolling Winter Wonderland, dealing with crowd control problems or watching concerts and football matches at Wembley Stadium and getting paid for it. So.
Yeah, your life has changed irrevocably. And what I love about what you did with me is you have a left brain smartness to you whilst helping people, because everyone is as Clayton says, everyone is of some small influence. Everyone has a few people that they trust, but you worked it where you got to the position of starting small, finding people like me, whatever you want to call them, social media influencers, people with power that are obsessed with health and determined, and you built a really strong business, and you're good. I look at you as very good in business, and that's how we help people the most. It's the way we interact, the way you talk, the way you reach out to the people at the top, the way you still care about the people at the little. You create the groups, you create the support, all these things. As it makes you perfect to be one of the top earning rankers in Root, and you deserve it.
No, thank you. I mean, the way I see it is this. I mean, I've been involved in network marketing since 2011, 2012. And I've seen a lot of, I'm going to call them arseholes. When they start to earn a lot of money, it gets to their heads. And I've seen what earning a lot of money and recognition and reputation, like when people start to get a reputation for being a high ranking, what it does to them, they start to become arrogant, cocky, their shit don't stink, that kind of thing. I vowed never to let that get to me. Don't get me wrong, I get frustrated, especially with, because people come to me like with issues that they can solve themselves just by common sense. And some people, especially when they need a lot of hand holding, it does frustrate me a bit. But I'll always remember how I started in network marketing, because I was low in route once, but also my security guard work as well, because as a security guard, you sometimes get treated like crap, you get ignored. People push past you, people shout at you, they look up and down, they smirk at you. I remember, I'll never forget this, Harry, December 2019, I was working at Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park. For those of you who don't know Winter Wonderland, it's a 7-week pop-up theme park, Christmas themed, in London. It's a massive operation. They bring in roller coasters, they bring in circus. It's huge, and so they need to bring in everything, the electrics, the plumbing, everything you need to run an operation like that. Anyway, part of my company's role was to man Marble Arch traffic lights, because we used to get thousands and thousands of people a day. So those traffic lights crossing Park Lane used to be very busy, right? So I was supervising a team of stewards who would man the traffic lights and advise people to wait until the green man shows, so it's safe to cross. Obviously, you're going to get abuse, you're going to get ignored, you're going to get people running across the road. One night, I had a megaphone, right? And this drunk Australian girl comes up to me and goes, "Can I speak in your megaphone?" And I'm like, "No." She goes, "Why not?" And I pointed at the camera. I said, "If they see you speaking on my megaphone, I'm going to lose my job." And her mate looked at me. She's with a male friend. Her mate looked at me and said, "What's your job, mate?" Like that, like looking down. And I just looked at him. I didn't say anything. I just looked at him. And then his friend said to him, "Leave the poor guy alone. He's been stood here in the freezing cold for hours. Just leave him alone." And I thought that always has stuck with me and will stick with me. And I'll never forget that, because God knows where this guy is now. He could be whatever, but obviously very arrogant. I vowed never let that happen to me, despite how much money I'm earning, because money's not everything, Harish.
Yeah.
As you know, it's what you're doing in life, how you're impacting others, the legacy you're leaving behind. That's what drives me. It's not how much money don't get me wrong, I love making the money I'm making, but it's not my sole driver.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly. So
yeah,
that's amazing. That's what motivates us. So the reason why I guess I wasn't interested in the just quickly, the reason why I wasn't interested in the clean slate was because I was dead against supplements. And it's actually when you gave me that free bottle in February, I think it was the end of February or the beginning of March 2020, and I tried it, I was generally blown away. I'd never experienced a supplement quite like Root Clean Slate. And that made me do what I do, which is always before I was even thinking about making money and doing, I was just sharing for free. So I thought, well, I'm just going to share this clean slate. And yes, you were telling me about the commissions and stuff, but I was more interested. I just want people to try it. So that's what I did. And I kind of blew up very quickly within a few weeks, sharing. Um, yeah. And you gave me so much. You got me out of the mindset of basically well, you got me out of the mindset of free therapies I was obsessed with to actually there is technology that I've we're going to talk about another one now. I'm actually obsessed now with amazing tech that I never would have. You would never get me. I do wonder if you'd never gave me the clean slate bottle. I mean, it's all divine destiny, but if you hadn't, I don't know where I'd be. And regarding my income, doing what I love, finding about new products, yeah, not only that, quickly, you put me on into the communities, my first ever relationship, and she put me and being with her got me out of my parents' house for good. I since had another relationship and now I'm going to leave UK. So and this is and anything I've ever done, like truly I can put down to that moment, I guess, when you gave me that free bottle of clean slate. Yeah, my life is never going to be the same since then. It's funny how it works.
well, it's not me, Harish. It's God. It's your soul. It's I was just a conduit. Okay, I'm not going to take credit for I'm grateful that I've been used to help you. Like really, really grateful. I mean, clean slate, because of what it does, not only on a physical level where it removes the toxins, but it also removes, lifts the veils, helps lift the veils to connection to higher dimensions, God, consciousness. So I think, you know, and as a result of that, your vibration goes up, and as your vibration goes up, you tend to attract better things, you know, and not just get health benefits, but get benefits in all aspects of life, and also with the pineal gland decalcification as well. But yeah, all I did, Harry, I just made some introductions. I mean, I took you to Gary's Frito event in Glastonbury in May 2021 last year, and yeah, and I'm just glad. I mean, you've grown so much. You really have grown so much since then, and you're amazing testimony, and you're very much loved. I know you're much loved within your community, but within the Root community as well. I mean, Clayton absolutely loves you. So yeah.
I think we
So
introduced him to urine. I think I was the first exposure to it's actually people that drink their pee and the age too.
yeah, yeah.
I know you're dead against. Well, not dead against. You
No, it's
probably
not my
understand it.
thing.
No,
It's not
can we?
my thing.
Here's a funny
Yeah,
one.
sure.
Let's share because we and you hang out quite a lot, to be fair, and we do loads of things together. We even did skydiving, which was amazing recently. But do you want to share with the audience, just for laughs,
Oh my
the
God.
time that you actually did experience aged urine?
I'd love to. Okay, so in June this year, 2022, me and Harry, we went down to Somerset to attend a friend's event. And we stayed in a bed and breakfast, and we shared a twin room. Anyway, I put all my supplements out, a big dressing table, my bed on this side, Harry's bed on this side. I put all my supplements out. On the Friday night, we both go to bed. After 10 minutes, I get up, realize I haven't taken my clean slate. So I get up in the dark. I pick up a bottle, put 5 drops under the tongue. I'm like, what the F is this? I won't say the full word. What? Anyway, I'm like, this doesn't taste like clean slate. So I turn on the light, I look in the bottle, and there's floaty bits in it. And I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, I look to the side, I see my bottle there. I realized what I'd done. I grabbed a bottle of water and I just ran to the toilet, just retching and like, and just trying to get it all out of me. I'm trying to gargle, but I can't gargle because I want to vom. And then I tried brushing my teeth again just to get the taste out of my mouth. And then I came running back in the room and said, Harry, what the F have you done?
Yeah.
I drank some of your aged piss. And you're like, oh shit. You took my clean slate bottle. I said, yeah. He goes, oh, I put my aged urine in it because I use it for my eyes. And I was like, oh, mate. But you know what? I'm actually glad because it's such a funny story, and everyone I tell just loves it. Clayton loves it. He just tells everyone. He just so, and you know what, Harry? That B&B was supposed to be haunted, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I reckon the spirits probably moved the bottle, and put it together that event so that we could have a laugh. And
mad synchronicity, because I always use my clean slate bottles when I'm done with them. They're glass, so I always pee in them. And I did if I'm not doing clean slate, I'm doing both. I'm doing the age. So that is your first experience you'll never forget. Your last experience probably.
my last one. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm grateful for it because it's so entertaining. It entertains so many people.
Yeah.
So no, I'm grateful for it. But I still have PTSD to this day. Every time I take my clean slate bottle, I check it.
Yeah. Really?
Well, not now, but yeah. But next time we share a room, Harish.
Yeah, you'll definitely be checking.
I'm definitely going to be more mindful.
Okay, so can we move on to you do focus on Root is your main impetus. You're one of the highest ranking in the Root, and you're always growing that business. But also you branched out to you're open-minded like myself to other technologies. Let's put it that way. Maybe it's fair to say me and you don't believe in just one supplement to save us in this reality because we're so toxic. I get it. If you own your own company, you only focus on your own company, that's fair. But me and you, we go wherever we need to go. So do you want to talk a little bit about something that you put me along to that I am now using quite a lot and I'm absolutely in love with?
Absolutely. So in March this year, my friend Sanjeev from Canada told me about this device called the iteracare device, which is a wand. It's a frequency wand. And I said to him, I wasn't that interested, but I said, let me know how you get on. A week after he tells me about it, something, I attribute this to God or the divine or mum even, something clicked in me and I watched a video about it and I thought, oh my God, this looks amazing. So I ordered one and I got it, and I don't have it here actually. I lent it out.
Good thing I've got one to demo.
I got delivery and I didn't know how to use it. And then Sanj taught me how to treat water because it structures water and it infuses water with the terahertz frequency. And that terahertz frequency is the same frequency as a healthy human cell. So it activates human cells, it eliminates unhealthy cells, and it generates stem cells in the body to repair damage, etc. 2 days after I got it, I started developing a very sore shoulder, where if I lift it above my head, it would really hurt, and I
Really?
thought, awesome, I'm gonna put this to the test.
Yeah.
So I treated it for 10 minutes, okay, 3 times over the course of 1.5 days. And after 3 treatments, 10-minute treatments, the pain went. And now
Whoa.
it's, yeah, the pain went. Now, this is what really blew me away. Doing my security work, you were standing a lot, you're wearing uncomfortable shoes sometimes. So I developed 2 corns, one on my left little toe and one on the ball of my foot, on my right foot. And they're very stubborn. They've been there for a few years. And I tried all sorts of things to get rid of them. I tried creams, I tried the root products, I tried nanosoma, a little bit of relief, but not, you know. I started treating those corns for 5 minutes a day on each corn. Both of them gone within 2 weeks.
Really? Wow.
Gone. And they're still gone to this day.
Whoa.
And they're stubborn, like, you know, like really stubborn, been there for a few years and quite pronounced as well, quite established within my foot, and both of them were just gone. So again, I started sharing with a few people, and people bought them, and they started experiencing really good results. I mean, we're getting amazing results from this. I saw a testimonial today, someone's glaucoma, like, gone. You know, I've seen a testimonial about someone's scoliosis, spine straightened within 2 months. You know, stuff like this. I mean, it does stuff that root can't do.
Yeah.
On a structural level, whereas root can do what the wand can't do. But what I love about the wand is not only, I mean, it's very easy to do. Like, I use it for 15 minutes a day. That's all. And when you structure your liquids with it, it really helps hydrate the body, because water molecules are clustered. And this is one of the main reasons we're dehydrated. No matter how much water you drink, if you drink 3 liters a day, you can still be dehydrated. It's because the water molecules are clustered. What this does, when you hold the thing over a bottle of water for like 1 minute, it will structure the water, and it turns the water molecules into a straight line. And so it goes into your cells. So what that means? Your cells are getting hydrated, and the stuff you're taking, the supplements, whatever, will go into the cells and do its thing and get you better results.
Yeah.
So yeah, and now I'm growing a nice little business from that. And yeah, it's just, and there's a cool little community growing with that as well.
It's amazing. So I think I don't know if you remember the dates. I don't. I think I got it early from you, relatively early in March.
March or April.
March or April. And the thing is, I was sporadic, and because I do so many things, and the only I was doing it a little bit in the water and wowed, but then I forgot about it, and I wouldn't do it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I wouldn't do it. Anyway, long story short, here I am in Portugal, and it only took the wand as my tech with my Arrive machine. And I've been realizing that I need to up it, not just on water, but on my body, as recommended when you buy it. Spend a little bit, because I wasn't even doing 5 minutes. I wasn't even doing it in the body at all. And now, the last few days, I've committed to doing between 20 minutes to an hour every day. And I am absolutely blown away when you commit to doing this daily, this blow dryer wand, which is terahertz. I mean, I'm going to go deep with this, Sandy, because I'm just blown away with what it's doing to me, how I feel in my body. I did a post yesterday. I know it's more powerful if I did 5 minutes of the wand on my body than being naked, because I've done them both, one after the other. And I did the naked. I was naked and grounded in sunlight. And I love that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's not amazing for your health. I went back in the cabin, did 5 minutes of the wand. And when I was walking to do another naked session, I felt so confident. It was almost like a personality shift again. I'm literally blown away with what it's doing and how I feel when I put it on my body for 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20 minutes. It makes me feel so different.
I think it does something to your parasympathetic nervous system as well, and also your vagus nerve.
Yes.
I think it does that. I mean, what I do, I point it towards my forehead,
Uh-huh.
and I treat, and that's for my pineal gland. I just do it for 1 minute, and then I do my. Now your ears are full of reflexology points, so I do it on my ears for 1 minute each ear, and I've got to say, it really does chill me out.
Yes, it does. Every time I do it with my pineal now, if I do it for like 2 minutes plus 5 minutes every day, I can actually feel my pineal throb. I can feel it. I can feel this thing inside me, which nothing has ever done.
Well, imagine, like, it's not going to detoxify, it's not going to take out the heavy metals, but clean slate will. So you're taking the clean slate, which is going to decalcify the pineal gland. This thing is going to pretty much probably activate it.
Yes, that's how it feels. That's a brilliant description. My pineal is getting activated from it. My eyesight, I'm putting it on my eyes, and I'm getting for a few seconds full eyesight from short-sightedness. Oh man, I could talk forever about this. What I think is that the top 2 reasons is the heating effect, because I use it on the heat mode, so it definitely warms to the bone. And then Hippocrates said that anything, when you figure out a way to heat the bones, not just the skin, diseases, and so that's one factor. You're heating to the bone. But I think the biggest one probably is that this terahertz is an undiscovered frequency. It's a frequent in the electromagnetic spectrum. There's what do you call it, on the X-rays, non-visible, ultraviolet, visible light, the rainbow, the infrared, and then the microwave. But people don't know that terahertz is in between a frequency in between infrared and microwave. And this technology has been talked about for 10 years plus on how to unlock it in human health, not just for X-rays, for safer X-rays and stuff, but actually to unlock it for human health. And this device, as far as I'm aware, is the only device available to the mainstream that delivers terahertz. So what I'm saying is terahertz is very powerful and unique. And when you get terahertz into your body, it changes the game of your health completely.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the great thing about the device is that it's got a 20 to 30 centimeter penetration within your body, right? So it goes into the bones and it activates the stem cells within the bone marrow in your bones.
Oh, another reason. Yes.
Yeah. So that's another reason why people are getting really amazing benefits from it.
Ah, very interesting. They say that the terahertz is, the scientists will call it the light, the God molecule, and I can understand why. And
yeah, you've probably done more research about in it than I have, to be honest, Harish. I haven't about the terahertz side of things. So yeah, it's supposed to be the same vibration of a healthy human cell.
Yep.
But I mean, now I'm lucky I don't have major health issues. But when I saw what it did to my corns, right?
Yeah.
And because it was uncomfortable walking for me, I couldn't like fully like just stand on my right foot, tiptoe, and because it was painful. And now I can do that. It's weird. It's a weird feeling,
right?
You know, being able to walk. Not that I was in chronic pain, but just a bit of discomfort, you know. But that is a small testimonial. I mean, we've got countless, so many. It's just like really chronic diseases as well being helped by this.
Yeah, it's like what I love about the root clean slate, this terahertz wand is I'm now of the understanding and belief, which I believe to be true, that there is nature and there are things of nature that are good, sun gazing, whatever you want to call it, drinking urine, fasting, but this wand and root clean slate are nature gone bonkers, nature magnified. So when people say to me, why do you even need these things? Why don't you just the nature? I say, I do the nature. I love the nature. I'm healthy from the nature, but these are more powerful than nature because man has created these genius things to amplify nature.
also nature has been hijacked because we live in a very toxic environment. Like, you know, our waters are polluted, our air is polluted, soils are polluted. You know, back in the day, yeah, all you needed was nature. Now you need to get rid of the
Everything.
poisons. You need to get rid of the toxins, otherwise you're just going to get sick, you know.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's obvious. Like, what you breathe in factory emissions, they're not just going to go, they're going to stay in your body. You know, you don't pee or poo them out,
No.
or breathe them out, they just stay in your body, and then that leads to disease. And so, yeah, so yeah, nature's not enough, unfortunately.
I so agree with you,
So
and I love where we're going with it. So, lastly, how do people purchase the wand? Because me and you are
well,
affiliates.
yeah, okay, so contact Harry. He will give you instructions on how to buy it. It's not that expensive for what it does. I mean, for what this does, each country has a different price, and that's because of taxes, import duties, and stuff. So in the UK, it's 420 US dollars, which is about 360 quid. In America, is 350 US dollars. You can't use the American model for the UK or the EU because of the voltage. It's an electrical device which you plug in. In EU, it's $499, and in the Asian countries, it's I think it's a bit cheaper. But contact Harry, and then he'll hook you up. He'll sort you out. And there is a business opportunity, which is totally optional. You don't need to get involved in the business. Like, once you buy the wand, that is it. It's like Root. Once you buy Root, you're not going to be tied into buying it monthly. Same with the wand. They're bringing out more products as well.
Are they? The wand
Yeah.
company?
So, yeah. So they've actually, I haven't tested them. The only thing I've tested is the wand. They've got 3 different types of wands. The classic one, which is the red one they've got the premium, and they've got the pro. I've got the pro here. It's very expensive.
You have the pro. Wow.
Yeah. But the premium is in between the classic and the pro, and a bit more robust. They've got a water device coming out, which negatively ionizes your water and hydrogen, and I think terahertz it as well.
Huh.
And they've got an ion shield, which is already out but not available in the UK, but it can get shipped. It's a wearable thing. So you wear it, you charge it at night, you wear it, and it emits negative ions. But I haven't tested that.
Not terahertz, sorry, just negative ions.
Negative ions, yeah.
Negative ions, got you.
Yeah. So if you want the Root products, or if you want, with the wand, contact him. It's not a question of just signing up with a link, because the buying process is complicated. I will need to do that for you. Just contact Harry, and and then we go from there.
Awesome. And the same applies for the Root. There's my link, which I always leave under my YouTubes. And yeah, so it's easy for people if they're interested in this stuff. I'd say to people, remain open-minded like I did. Is there any last message you'd like to leave people about your journey, the power of the Root, what it's done for you, the power of prayer?
You know what? I've done so much and spent so much money in spiritual personal development. And the one thing that worked for me is when I surrendered to God. All right, God, what do you want me to do? I've had enough. It's not working my way, it's working. I'll do it your way. And that's when things opened up for me, So try it. You've got nothing to lose. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And you know what? The secret to life is resonance. Now, Root and the wand might not resonate for you, and that's absolutely fine. And if it resonates, then go for it. If going on a different path resonates, go for it, you know, or follow your heart, trust your gut. That's all I have to say.
I love it, Sandy. Thank you so much for all that you do. And yeah, thank you. So this was Holistic Health for Harry with Sandy Goel.